Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We have a beer with an absolutely incredible name and cool can artwork. So, those of you familiar with Sydney, there is a beachside suburb down in the south called Cronulla. This brewery is located just outside of Cronulla, but they've called this beer Cronullafornication. And there's like a Hank is like an Aussie sort of version, and it's known as season 3. So I'd say they've done two more before this one, probably same beer, different hops or something. So it's an oat cream IPA at 7%, and Sunday Road, as I said, they're a brewery that are based. I think it's called Kirrawee. It's just short of Cronulla, so down near the coast there, inland a little bit. I have been there before. I went there a couple of years ago and really enjoyed it. They had some sort of different style beers, like it slightly experimental. Cheers, Henry. Good to see you, brother. Um, yeah, chili peppers. It can apply to that as well, but yeah, it's referring to the actual, the show Californication. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, so I went to the brewery. I did a big Sydney trip and did a bit of the brewery scene in Marrickville and that, but then I did some in the Blue Mountains and like the Cronulla area. And when I went to these guys, I was impressed because they had like coffee lagers and imperial stouts with like wine barrels, and just they mixed up the styles a fair bit, and it was a pretty cool venue. Had like real good food trucks, and it was on like a major road. Yeah, so good to try a beer from them again. They're obviously not featured much down here in Victoria. So I actually did an order through a bottle shop based in Sydney, and they had quite a bit of Sunday Road. So now, if I like this beer and I think, ooh, I want some more Sunday Road, I know where I can sort of get them. So that I got them in with a bunch of like Bracket, Mountain Culture, Kicks, Future, like those sort of breweries. So New South Wales. I'll read what it says on the back. Cronullafornication returns with a juicy oat cream IPA full of juicy tropical hops, creamy rolled oats, wheat, and a hint of lactose. Smooth and hazy, Cronulla's never tasted so good. Pretty cool. So it doesn't actually break it down as to what hops it is. The suspense. And one thing that's awesome is I'm wearing my Cronulla Sharks hat. So Cronulla Sharks are an NRL rugby league team. So very appropriate for this stream. Let's get into it. I've got a glass from Kicks. They're another Sydney brewery. Hopefully I haven't missed any comments. No. Let's get into it. Oh, it smells good, just straight out of the can. Yeah, boy. It looks very nice. So I actually ordered the oat cream IPA, the coffee lager, and there was like I think it was a coffee stout, but the stout they'd sold out of, so I ended up getting a replacement. The replacement they gave me was even better than the one I ordered, so it worked out pretty good. But that looks really good, that beer. It's like a vibrant orange. It's probably a bit darker in the camera than what it actually is. About a 1 to 2 finger head. I'd say cloudy appearance. It does look a little light. That's the only thing. So yeah, I'd say light to medium body. And yeah, light carbonation. Let's go a smell. I'm getting some orange and lemon, maybe pineapple. Maybe like tangerine or something like that, some other citrus. It's got a bit of sort of sweetness to it. Possibly passion fruit. Sniff, sip, score. Never actually heard him say that. It sounds like something he'd say though. Yeah, bloody oath it does, dude. In porters, in stouts, in even in sours, but you don't expect it to be in a lager, and that's what was cool when I went to the brewery and they had a coffee lager. I'm like, it's so weird, but it like worked because it was like what they'd done is they'd hooked up with a neighborhood coffee roaster, so they had fresh coffee from this nearby roaster, and yeah, popped it into one of their lagers, and yeah, I was very blown away by it. It was just so different yet so awesome. Yeah, the more I'm smelling it, I'm getting sort of like a tropical, like pineapple, passion fruit vibe. Maybe even some berries. Smells good though. Let's get into it. Cheers, all. Old mate. Very soft, pillowy sort of mouthfeel. A little a grassy touch to it. It's definitely more of a sweet beer. Like there's very little bitterness. Starts sweet and finishes sweet. It might be mango, another fruit I'm getting. But yeah, there's no like sort of it's not like piney or floral or anything like that. It's just all juicy with yeah, like a slight sort of grassy hint on the finish. But yeah, I'd say like tropical and citrus fruit. But yeah, quite light, quite soft, like a biscuity malt backbone, maybe slightly bready. But yeah, it's just a little bit thin. That's like one of the negatives about it. As far as flavour and aroma goes, though, like really good. Just needs a bit more body to it. They've pretty much got the colour bang on. Yeah, like a bit more body, sort of more of like a creaminess to it would be really nice. Yeah, exactly, Henry. Some more oats. I would say it's got a body more like a pale ale than an IPA. It comes across quite light. as far as alcohol percentage goes, like it's 7%. It probably drinks more like it's 6. But yeah, the flavors and the aroma, I can't really complain too much. It's pretty tasty. I generally don't like really sweet beers, and this is like sort of on that borderline, but yeah, pretty decent. Boom. Yeah. What's my OF gonna be? Yeah. It is awesome when you can get a really nice pale with punchy flavour, and it's only like 5% or something. It seems to be the thing that breweries are trying to like nail down at the moment. I know it's really popular in the UK scene, like breweries like Track and Daya and Verdant and that all trying to do Cloudwater, trying to do these pale ales for like 4 to 5% that drink like IPAs. The Aussie wanker. Yeah, baby. I just love that can. The can and the name. It's just like so good. It looks so much like old mate though in the face. It's definitely a pretty accurate picture. Yes. Oh, bloody dog's taken up most of the seat. The Aussie wanks. That's uh that's a little bit rude, Thomas. What did everyone had for their last meal? I know what I'm having for my next meal. I'm going to cook up a breakfast. I forgot to get. I was going to get sausages at the supermarket, and I completely forgot about it. But I've got bacon and eggs and tomato in the fridge, so it's a real smoky bacon too, like triple smoked. It's so good. So yeah, I'm going to do maybe poached eggs. I might do poached eggs, smoky bacon, and like just a grilled tomato. Maybe sprinkle a little cheese on that shit. Some salt and pepper. Tabasco, perhaps. Ooh, yes. Joey loves the sausage. How are you, Joe? Cheers, Rusty. Welcome in, boys. No. Smooth. Yeah, I just started thinking about food. Started thinking about breakfast in the morning. Cool. Cheers again, Bill. Cheers, Phil. You're drinking, Phil. Would have been good at the game on the weekend. The Vikes had a big win as well. It's a bit of a weird round. It's funny, like when you're a kid and you just use so many different glasses and cups and plates and whatever, and then when you're an adult, especially when you're the one that has to clean it up, it's like you'll use the same glass for like 3 days straight. Just rinse it out occasionally. Sounds good. Love a hot curry. Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, I still haven't got one. I've been meaning to get one for so long, still don't. I need a slow cooker and an air fryer. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, hit the old thumbs up, boys, if you haven't already. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love a bit of heat. I'm always that person when I go to restaurants and that I'm like, however you think's hot for most people, make it twice as hot as that. Yeah. It's the same with when it comes to like other shit. Like oh, I suppose when I was younger, when it come to like towels and shit like that, I was probably pretty good. I wouldn't swap them over that much, but yeah, when you're an adult, it's like you generally go a couple of days without sort of swapping them over. Depending on too if you got a lady in your life. If you don't, you can sort of get away with it for a little longer. Oh yeah, what's it called? How many beers do they have all up, Phil? Yeah, I need to get one. I keep talking about it and never. I never know whether to just buy a basic one or get a good one. At the moment, though, I think I need to get a new fridge. The fridge I've had for years is just starting to get to that stage, I reckon. I feel like my power bill's going a bit more expensive because the fridge is playing up a bit. They're not worth getting someone to look at these days. It's like once they're gone, just fuck it off, buy a new one. Oh, cool. Baboon butt. You don't want to present your big, dirty red ass. It's so funny when you see them like in the wild or at the zoo or whatever. It's such a weird looking thing. Yeah. It's funny too, like there's so many different words for them. In Australia, I reckon most people call them sangers. But yeah, I've heard some pretty interesting names for them. Bill loves to present. Gonna make a sanger. Fuck yeah. How dare you present to me and then not let me fulfill my needs? Yep. One style of beer I really want for the channel is a Grodziski or whatever they're called. The Polish beer. I've had a few of them before, but yeah, it's just I've never done one on the channel. It's just cool, like it's just so different. I'm sure Thomas has had access to a few just being in Europe. But yeah, it's like a traditional Polish style. I reckon the ones I've had I reckon probably half of them have been actual Polish ones. And then the other few would have been ones by Aussie breweries, just giving the style a bit of a go. That's the question that always does my head in when people ask, "What's the best beer you've had?" It's like, oh. I've had about 13,000 distinct beers. I cannot answer with one beer. I've probably had about 20 or 30 beers all on the same level. It's just such a, yeah, it's such an open question to ask someone. You always get someone that's not really into beer that asks it generally. I was taking the piss today in Simo's channel. They were talking about like things that must annoy people, and yeah, like with Aussies, it must annoy the fuck out of them getting asked about Fosters. And yeah, then I started reeling off a few other ones. Quick refreshment. Petrol station. Cheers, Hookster. Yeah. You know the Grodziski or whatever it is, the Polish beer. I want some more of them in my life. I just call them a grod. I've had a couple of Polish ones, but then I've had a couple that were made by Aussie breweries. It's just a cool, unique style you don't see very often. Cheers. What's going on? Yeah, I've just had way too many beers to have like a top, like even just a top 10. Even saying a top brewery's too hard because I've probably got like at least 5 to 10 all on a par sort of thing. Yeah. There was quite a few funny ones I mentioned today. Oh, one that someone asked me once. They said, "Do you guys celebrate Christmas in Australia?" I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" Ugh. But I've had people genuinely say to me, like, "Oh," like as in, I've had someone come up to me and go, "Oh," like as in not come up to me, as in the chat, going, "Oh, what would Aussies know about beer? The only beer you have is Foster's and it's shit." And they genuinely just thought that, yeah, the only beer we had here was Foster's. It's like I never hear of any other beers that you have, and it's like, yeah, because you're American and you're fucking ignorant. Why don't we see any other beers of yours here? Good boy. Yeah, it's all right. Not bad. Player. Cheers, player. Welcome in. Yeah. Good old. I loved how Grolsch had the the bottles where it's got like the spring top thing. They're good to use for homebrew. Cheers, Panda. Yep. I think you've said something about that before. Oh, cool. Geez, I want to get that. That'd be awesome. One beer from them, dude, I was real disappointed in. I don't know if you got to try it, but they did that Schwartz beer. Schwartz beer is one of my favourite styles. Schlenkerla are one of my favourite breweries, and I just thought the two together would have been a match made in heaven. And when I tried the Schwartz beer, I was just like, this is shit. And like, I absolutely love every beer that Schlenkerla make, but for some reason, I just thought that was very average. It was almost like it just come across as like artificial, something just very lackluster about it. I was just really disappointed. I just thought it was going to be so good, and yeah, just. And I remember Bumpy trying it as well, and he thought the exact same thing. because he was real excited for it, and yeah. Like I've had every single beer that Schrenkel has had in bottles that's been available to Australia. So probably about 8 beers or so far, and yeah, just that beer was just so below anything else. It was a real shame. Yeah, that's when if I was to ask you that question, I'd say, oh, so who's been some of your favourite people to interview? Because you can't just name one. It's stupid. Five bucks. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Cheers, Bill. Hopefully work's not too painful for you. Sweet. Always good. Yeah, I'm not a big one for low ABV beers. When it comes to non-alcohol, it's like I'd rather just have a soft drink. Just give me a bloody Coca-Cola or something. Yeah. Cheers, Henry. That'd be cool. Yep. Cheers, Joshy. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've seen he was live. Yeah, for sure. It's too hard. We've had so many. It's like, yeah. It's like if you'd travelled to, I don't know, if you'd been to like 40 countries in the world and someone goes, what's your favourite country? It'd be, could you really answer? Cheers, Evie. Where do you get them from, dude? I'm always up for trying new shit. Yeah, for sure. It was awesome. Yeah, it's like with beers. Like you could have a limited edition beer and it's the best beer you've ever had, and then you'll never see it again. Craft beers are always trying to appeal to the market, and the market always wants something new. So they very rarely do a beer as a limited edition and then brew it again. They're just always brewing new things. So yeah, that's yeah. 700 strains, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty cool. I haven't had Brussels sprouts for so long. I don't mind them. There's a lot of people out there that have a hatred for them, but yeah, they're all right, I reckon. Yeah, for sure. Is it like near the city, dude, or is it like a random sort of town? So I've never heard of Tarrant Point. Like, is it a Sydney suburb or is it? I have to look it up on the maps. Road trip. Yeah, for sure. North of Cronulla. Oh, yeah. So the beer I'm having now is, funnily enough, Cronullafornication. Hello. It's damn good beer. I just wish it had a bit more body to it. It's a bit thin. Yeah, how good's the name? I'll have to check it out afterwards, bro. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's funny how there used to be like postcode gangs and that was such a big thing. Dandenong represent. Back in the day, it was all like race wars, like the Lebanese against the Vietnamese and the Maoris and all that sort of shit. And then all of a sudden, it's more the suburb you're from. So you get all these different ethnic groups all just shouting out the name of the suburb. St. Albans, motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, Waterbull. Let's pour the rest. I'll tell you what, I'm sick of the weekends going so damn quick. I need some time off. Yeah, the Apex game. They're not mixed though, they're one race. Commonly referred to as youths. Those damn youths. How dare those young kids break into those homes again? Double two, double O. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to Melton South. Just keep saying 3280, baby. Cheers, everyone, for chiming in on this. I was going to say this delightful Monday night, but it's now Tuesday morning. So, yeah, this brewery, they're based like near Cronulla. And yeah, I went and visited them when I went to Sydney a few years back, and they were really good. This is the first beer I reckon I've had since I went to the brewery. So you just don't see them here in Victoria. So I bought some beers through a Sydney online store and just happened to see these guys again. I was like, cool, I want to try some of their shit. No worries, bro. Probably wrapping it up soon anyway. So thanks for chiming in. You've been here the whole time. Always good to see you, bro. Always appreciate your banter. Oh, funnily enough, tonight I was in a supermarket and I seen a kid clearly pinching stuff. And I was like, what do I do? Because back 10, 20 years ago, I probably would have grabbed him and made an example of him. Like I would have, yeah, just been a real cunt about it. Because that sort of shit annoys the fuck out of me. But I don't know, I was like, I can't even be fucked these days. Like, so much of it goes on now, and it's like you can't even. I wouldn't even be able to grab the kid and get someone to come after him without getting in trouble for it or something. So I just let it go. I was like, I can't even be bothered getting involved. Whereas, yeah, like 20 years ago, I would have grabbed the cunt and went, this little fuckwit's stealing. What do you want me to do with him? Yeah, I walked past and I could see him just filling his bag up with like energy drinks and snacks. And I'm like, how do people not see this? Yeah, such a shit world these days that they can't do anything. Like, no wonder they get away with stuff these days. Like, say if I was doing that when I was a kid, I would have got my fucking ass kicked. If not by police or a store owner, it would have been like my mum, well, not really my mum, but my dad. It's just, man, it's a different world. Yeah, this was pretty ordinary here today. We're having that weather where it's rainy and windy most of the time. It's not really cold like it was. And then we'll get the sun come out, but it doesn't last very long. The annoying thing about it is it's making the grass grow real quick. So yeah, everyone's having to mow their lawns so often because we're getting this massive mix of sunshine and rain. Yeah, exactly. He looked like a little emo kid. Like he would have been. He had the headphones on. He had like all. He was wearing all black. He was probably late teens, early 20s. Real scrawny. Looked like he'd never go outside. And he's like wearing, yeah, all black, and he had the hood. He sort of had the hood halfway on his head, but then when he walked through the checkout, it was all the way over his head. And I thought, oh, this cunt shady as. Yeah, he was probably listening to like My Chemical Romance or something as he was going through. Cheers, Phil. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Yeah, there was times where it was. I think because I slept in this morning, so yeah, I didn't get to see what it was like early in the day. So yeah, I'll probably get up in a reasonable hour tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, they're a decent band, but yeah, it's just funny that the type of people that sort of that they attract, the type of fans they have. Yeah. There's a heap of bands out there that I'm a huge fan of, but then they have some like really fucking weird fans. Like maybe that's saying that I'm just like them. But yeah, I might wrap this up and hit the old pillow, I think. Yeah, exactly. They've always got some excuse. most people look at me and they think, oh, I reckon he'd like his metal and his rock music. The old long hair and the beard and that, most people sort of think that. And they like what this is fun. One guy comes up to me the other day and he goes, I reckon you'd be into barbecuing. I'm like, what? And he goes, oh, you look like the sort of fella that'd cook briskets up at home and drink craft beer. And I'm like, oh, you got the craft beer part right. I said to him, I go, I do like barbecue and I probably would cook my own briskets, but I don't have the setup for it. And he goes, oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, cheers, Henry. Always good to see you, dude. It's always a cruisy little session. Like to make it like we're just chilling out at a random bar or something. No, but I'll have to check it out. I like the name. It's awesome. Count Dankula. I've heard a few people say about it. Yeah, for sure. Yep. So yeah, before I go, I'll rate this beer. So yeah, it was called awesome name, awesome can artwork. So there used to be a show on TV called Californication, or obviously there was the Chili Peppers album and song. But yeah, they've named it CRONULLAFORNICATION because they're a brewery based near Cronulla in Sydney, and they've sort of made the character Hank look like he's a bit of an Aussie bogan. So yeah, I like that. And yeah, the brewery's called Sunday Road. I would probably score this a. I'll have one more sip. I'll go a 4.2 out of 5. It's got good potential. They need a few tweaks, I reckon. So the main thing is it needs a bit more sort of body to it. It's very thin for an IPA. Yeah, as Henry said before, some more oats would have been nice, just to get it sort of a bit more fuller and creamier. But yeah, the colour's nice. It's definitely got potential. There's just a few things it falls short with. It's probably a little bit too sweet as well. It needs a little bit, maybe some hop bitterness or some dryness to sort of cut through a bit. But yeah, the actual aroma and the flavour of the citrus and tropical fruits quite nice. So yeah, you'll see the coffee lager by these guys. I'll do that on the channel in the next few weeks. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll see some more beers from them because, yeah, they're a good brewery. So, yeah, I'm out, boys and girls. As I said, thanks for chiming in again. And, yeah, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, feel free to do so. And I will be back tomorrow night. I do think that I am doing overtime tomorrow night. So if I'm late, I might only do the one beer review. If I'm super late, I might not do any, but I still hope to get at least one done. So, yeah, if I'm not around by sort of this time now, it might not be like it might not happen. But yeah, sort of hard when I do afternoon shift because I never know what's going on. But yeah, thanks, peeps, and see you again soon. I was going to say shortly. Laters.